Hey, you crazy cats, welcome to Leaving CrazyTown, where we navigate the roller coaster of relationships, mental health, and personal transformation with humor as our trusty seatbelt.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and with my buddy Finn, we're here to share our real stories, expert insights, practical tips to help you break free from codependency, reclaim your life, and find freedom.
So whether you're wrestling with boundary issues, craving connections that won't ghost you, or just here for a front row seat to the wild ride of self-discovery, you've come to the right place.
So buckle up, we're leaving CrazyTown.
Hey, welcome to Leaving CrazyTown with Finn and Sarah. Sarah. Today, we want to do a little exercise with you.
Yep.
So, to start it off, this could be intense, but we're just, no judgment, we're just having a little fun here. So we want you to relax. And after you relax, I'm going to ask a question, and we want you just to let whatever answer comes to you. And then Sarah and I are going to talk about that a little bit.
And also, notice your first feeling response, because what might happen is you have
change the answer.
Yeah, you have a thought and feeling, and immediately you go to rationalization, denial, it's not that bad, whatever.
Yeah, you might try to change the answer really quick and say, oh, I didn't get an answer.
Yeah.
But I know everybody gets an answer.
Yep.
We're not judging, and we're not asking you to do anything with the answer. We're just going to talk about it. Okay,
right.
Ready? Are you happy? Many, many years, I got a resounding no. Today, I'm getting a resounding yes. The things that in the past, I don't know about for you, that have given me a no are the things that are unspoken. Situations I'm in, work, whatever, job, relationships, signing up for things I didn't want to do, doing too much, and not speaking up and not making a change.
Yeah, and I just want to say, kind of in coaching circles, they usually do, and you know this, they do the diagram with the pie. So we're talking about different arenas, and there's no judgment. This is about being gentle with yourself. So body, health, fitness, job, marriage or primary relationship, family relationships, relationship with your children, outside activities. Do you have other things that bring you joy? Your spiritual life. What else? I'm trying to think of like all the categories to think about, because this is the thing that's interesting. Is you might be, and what they do is ask you to number them 1 to 10. So you might be like a 9 in your job, friendships, but a 1 in friendships. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can be really happy and content and satisfied in one arena, but not in another arena. So that's something we're also looking at. Think about, so Finn said the general question, are you happy? And maybe you're not, but it's important to think, geez, maybe it's one aspect of your life and not everything.
See, now that you brought up the categories, right? So I get a resounding yes, I'm happy. But when you brought up the categories, there is something on there that I wouldn't mind changing a little.
Got it.
But it's not impeding me enough to make me unhappy as a whole.
Okay, got it.
But I have at times had sections of that pie making me unhappy as a whole.
Yes.
Right? Because it was so high of an unlike or dislike or discomfort that it rose to disturbing my well-being overall.
Yes.
So really, first thing is like, is your well-being disturbed overall?
Yep.
And then looking at where.
Yes.
But some of us might know immediately.
Yes.
Or we might be in such denial that we tune that out immediately.
Well, that's the thing, too. We got talking about this. Should we say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we know people, and I've known people for years. I mean, I saw clients for 30 years that have been in kind of long-term marriages or long-term jobs.
And they're miserable.
And yet, they don't, for whatever reason, there's something in the way of changing. And that's kind of what we're talking about today.
It's scary.
It's scary.
And what I've seen a pattern with both job and marriage.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling anybody to leave your job or leave your marriage.
No.
Like, jump out of it if it's making you unhappy. But the awareness, so you can actually be equipped with the truth, as opposed to what I've seen happen, which is we go through this period of really frustrated with what's going on.
Yes.
And then we just brush it aside. And we find a distraction, or we bury it enough so we're okay for 2 months.
Yes.
Then it comes up again.
Yes.
And then Can you imagine 30 years of that?
Yes.
Back and forth and back. Oh, bury, bury. Oh, here it is again. Oh, it's fine.
Yes.
And I've done that for years with certain things in my life where I was like, okay, I'm literally deciding it's okay because I don't want to make a change.
Right.
But it comes back.
And it's okay. It's okay to make those decisions. And I think what we're talking about, what you just brought up, is so important. My feeling is there's freedom and space in just acknowledging that, wow, I'm not happy in this, whatever it is. You know, that just to acknowledge that to yourself and not need to make it okay, to me, is huge.
A couple of years ago, I decided, like, I did this thing and I was like, I hate my job. I'm still in that same job. But I would tell you, for me, what I did was I sat down. The first thing was hating my job, but I have way too much fear to leave it. I have way too many benefits or whatever. So I said, okay, you don't like your job right now. And it had been going on for quite a while.
Yep.
You're acknowledging that you don't like your job. You're also acknowledging that you don't want to leave your job because of the benefits of this
Yep.
job. So what can I do
Yes.
to make it
Better.
beyond bearable,
Yes.
but livable and enjoyable?
Yes.
And that was a turning point when I decided I love my coworkers.
Yes.
So I'm going to focus on that.
Yes.
And next thing you know, I'm back. I'm loving my job right now. I'm really excelling at it. I'm having a good time. But I really had to acknowledge my misery because I was
Yes.
literally just shoving it aside,
Yes.
and then try to figure out what it was about it, and then look at the job as a whole, and then determine, okay, I'm afraid to leave it because of the security.
Yes.
Is there something that I can salvage here?
Yes.
You know, I did this whole,
Yes.
the awareness was key.
Yes. Yes. And what we were just talking about too, which I think is really important, is if the truth is that you are unhappy in something, like Finn's saying, the only option isn't just to like end it and
Yeah,
blow it
let's
up.
not be extreme. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
either
mean,
one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the option, but it's also in the acknowledging you can then take responsibility to maybe explore different options. I mean, I think the thing is, denial is so powerful. And we've both known people over the years that, believe me, my parents stayed married for 42 years, and my mother like said, she made some comment about, someone said, what was the hardest thing you ever did? And she said, staying married to this man for 42 years. And they both like suffered extremely, but were so kind of addicted to one another or afraid really to shift it. I think they both had a belief about what divorce meant and all that stuff. But it's so tragic to me to think about people staying in that unhappy situation for so long and not seeing other options. But I think there are so many consequences that we don't acknowledge when we stay in denial about
Imagine this scenario of a couple
Yeah.
so resentful and angry because they're both unhappy,
Yes.
deciding we're both unhappy.
Yes.
We loved each other and enjoyed each other's company at one point.
Yes.
Let's find a supportive way to dissolve our marriage together.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That would be a miracle.
Would be a
but
miracle.
I think people do it.
Yeah, I think people do it. And I think the trouble is it has to get so bad, just like a drinking problem, right? And I also think people get distant and just stop dealing with another.
They're like cohabitating.
Yeah,
they're
they're
parallel living.
Yeah,
instead of,
which again is one option. And
if you're not miserable, though.
Yes,
if you want misery, go for it.
right. And I remember my father saying, I literally begged him to divorce my mother. I mean, all of us did. And he said, how do I know it's going to be any better? And I remember saying, how could it get any worse? I mean, come on, you're both miserable.
All right.
So again, it's not just about you. Sometimes when you acknowledge it, your partner says the same thing. Geez, I'm not happy either.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a big reason why people don't acknowledge it is, and this is the codependency piece, I don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
Right? And yet,
But
let me
yet
ask
you're
you this.
living a lie and pretending to be something that you're not.
Are you hurting someone by, yes, living a lie and acting like you're happy when you're not.
I noticed in my
Huge.
when
That
I,
is
when I was
codependency.
doing work on my past relationships, there wasn't anybody I wanted to be in a relationship with that I had been in relationships with, and it occurred to me by looking at that I had robbed them
Yes.
of being in a relationship with who I was truly, because I wasn't happy and I never could say it. So I pretended to want to be with them. I robbed them of knowing me, who I truly was, and also robbed them of potentially being in a relationship with someone who wanted to be in a relationship with them.
Yeah, and I admit that is a button for me because over the years when I've seen so many people, and especially someone maybe who's married to an active alcoholic, and oftentimes the partner is like, they're drinking, I can't get them sober, they treat me this way.
Very victim.
Very victim-like. And yet what I also see is by not taking responsibility, you're not allowing the other person to be happy. You think, oh, they're, like you're powerless. Yeah, you're powerless over their alcoholism, but you're not powerless over what you do about it.
I love that. I can't get them sober. Like, when has anybody ever gotten
Anybody sober?
Or gotten anybody to do anything? I don't know
Yes.
about you people, but the more you try to get me to do something, the more I'm running in the other direction.
Right. So it is looking at, geez, if you're not happy, think about it's not just about you. If you're in a relationship, it does affect the other person. And Lynn just said, they don't have an opportunity to find happiness with someone that may love them in a better way or a different way.
Yeah, I mean, you might believe in reincarnation, but for me, I want happiness now. I want to be truthful with people. I want to be happy. I want to have intimacy with my friends, which means being honest about what I want and what my
Yes.
needs are. And I want to be happy at work,
Yes.
which, I am now, which is great.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure that would work, how I was switching my mentality about it, but it
Right.
did,
And so we want you to think about a couple of things from this video. Think about, of course, the first question, are you happy? Whether or not, yes or no. Secondly, maybe think about one arena that might be standing out in your life that you think, wow, this is the thing that if I resolve this, I might feel better. So acknowledging that, picking one thing, and then saying to yourself, what is getting in my way of taking a baby step in this arena? And let's look at that, really, because life is short. I mean, seriously, you deserve to be happy. And if you're not, something's getting in the way, and it's usually a fear of whatever, shifting, taking responsibility, especially if you've been,
starving to death.
yeah, and especially if you've been doing something, for a long time. It's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
How do I know
Oh.
it's going to be better?
Who loves change? Not me. Misery? Fine. I know what's going to happen.
But we always say when you take a risk and you begin to change something, there's a beginning, a middle, and an
And
end.
you feel so free.
And you feel so free. And this is the thing. When you don't, guess what?
Nothing changes.
Nothing
if
changes.
changes.
And you can guarantee more misery. So, yeah. Okay, take
Buckle
a risk.
up.
Buckle up, people.
Buckle up, people, because
We're leaving.
we are out of here.
Thanks for listening to Leaving CrazyTown. We hope today's episode offered you valuable insights and tools to help navigate your relationship.
If you found our discussion helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And share it with a friend. Misery loves company, right?
Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for additional resources and updates on future episodes.
Until next time, remember that breaking free from codependency is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. And hey, if all else fails, at least you'll have a few laughs.
So buckle up. We're leaving CrazyTown.